Hi, thanks for joining me today. Would you like to make that relationship with your stepchild that little bit better? Subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, and I'll let you know every time I post. How is the relationship between you and your stepchild? And if you've got more than one stepchild, with each of those stepchildren individually? And my challenge to you today is to take steps to make that relationship you have individually with those stepchildren a bit better for each one individually. Now, I don't know what relationship you have with your stepchild now. So whatever it is, here are some tips for how to make that relationship that little bit better. And the first thing is that rather than just hope it's going to come naturally or as a result of your relationship with your partner, their parent, or that as the family integrates, it'll naturally become easier. Instead of that, set yourself a little project. Get a notebook and come up with some ideas for doing things together with the individual stepchild or developing some new aspect to your relationship. One of the very best ways to build a relationship with your stepchild is to develop it in a way that is separate from the family. So find an interest, a hobby, something you both like doing, which is nothing really to do with the fact that you're a step family. Maybe you both like shopping. Maybe you both like watching a sport or playing a sport or visiting places together or eating and cooking or gardening or photography or skateboarding. I don't know. It's just finding something that you can develop a new relationship alongside what's going on in the family. The second thing is to train yourself to listen to them. Yes, listen to them. In your notebook, decide that you're going to give them uninterrupted, uncritical or unjudgmental listening time for X number of minutes, a week or a day or a month. Say you're going to listen to them for half an hour a week. And make sure that you tune yourself in to just do the listening and not the talking. So when they start talking about something, you give them your uninterrupted attention. You put down what you're doing. You sit still, and your bodily reactions respond appropriately to what they're telling you in a way that gets them to say more. So they can tell you're listening by looking at you and are interested in what they have to say, and encouraging them to say more by you saying as little as possible. And you just hear them and listen to them. And by listen, I mean understand where they're coming from. Ask them follow-on questions that shows that you've paid attention to what they've just said before and are interested in what they have said and are wanting to know more about an aspect of what they've talked about. This is an incredible gift, as if you feel really well listened to, you feel appreciated and valued and as though you matter, and it builds a relationship with the person that's doing the listening. So that's another way to build a relationship with your stepchild. And a third idea is to teach them something. Take the time to share something that you could teach them that ideally or most preferably would also help you back in time, so that once they know how to do something, they can then reciprocate in the relationship with you by helping you with whatever it is that you've taught them to do. Now, this may be anything, but it could be something like cooking, so that you teach them how to cook, and then at later dates, there will be times when it's really useful that they've been able to prepare a meal or prepare a dish and give it back to you. But it might also be something like looking after the dog, so that when you need help with looking after the dog, they can reciprocate in the relationship and really help you out in a very genuine way. Or it may be, I don't know, maybe a skill that you use at work, or maybe something like, I don't know, gardening, or even if it's cleaning or preparing a room for guests. Get them to participate with you so you can teach them these things, and then they can feel good about being able to genuinely help you and reciprocate in the relationship at a later date. And this leads to a much better relationship. It really is worth concentrating on making this relationship with your stepchild as good as it can be. And sometimes that relationship can't be great for a number of reasons. But if you do the things to try and make it a little bit better, then you have done all you can for yourself and for them. Give it a go. We're in the process of running an online course. We run sessions, we have an email response service, and we write booklets. Look in the description box below for links to our social media and website.